Hi, I wanted to do a video today because I wanted to share a couple of things. It's been a bittersweet couple of days. My the sweet is my grandbaby was born, my grandson, Nathan Prince. We gotta remember to always say Prince. Prince Nathan Earl Sanders II was born on the 27th, Saturday the 27th. And just a beautiful bundle of joy, a big baby. She did a lotus birth. She kept the placenta attached. If you don't know what lotus birth means, she kept the placenta attached. He was a healthy 8 pound, 3 ounce baby, 21 inches long. He was humongous. And the bitter is my mother passed away on today, the 29th, October the 29th, at 5:04 a.m. So I wanted to take a chance, I want to take this opportunity to do this video because it's very, very important to me. I understand what my mission in life is. I understand what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. My purpose, that's the word I'm looking for. I understand my purpose in life. And my purpose is to help people. I'm a teacher, I'm a teacher. So I teach people about what foods give them life. I teach people how to transition to a healthier lifestyle. And this is what I'm passionate about. Anyone that talks to me, they'll know that if you talk to me, I get like super excited about all things health and wellness. If you get me started talking about it, I can go on for hours and hours and hours, and it's so funny, but it's just what I'm very, very passionate about. So you've heard my story. You've heard my story of how I healed my body from a whole list of ailments, and I love to share my story because I wanted to inspire someone. I wanted to help someone to know that there's a chance for healing. If you stop what you're doing, you can reverse the dis-ease in your body and heal your body and give your body some comfort. So this is what I'm passionate about. This is what I want to do. I just want to help everybody that I come in contact with. And understanding the fact that everyone doesn't want help. But I want to talk about a sentence that I get from people sometimes. Not necessarily in my face, but I just see comments or just hear things, or people will say, well, that's just not for everyone, or everybody can't do that, or that's just too hard, or some people just don't have the willpower to do what you do. And I get that and I understand that. But the one sentence that really gets me is that I have people say, well, you're going to die from something, so you might as well be happy, and you might as well live happy and eat what you want and do what you want and be happy and not be deprived. So in that, when I hear that statement, I always tell people, so if that's your way of thinking and you want to just be happy and just do whatever and just abuse your body, what quality of life do you think you'll have by consuming all of the poison and just not listening to your body when there's issues? What quality of life do you think you'll have by enjoying life the way you quote unquote feel is enjoying life? Because the food tastes good and it looks good and it makes you feel all good and warm and fuzzy. What quality of life will you have? I want to share a little bit about my mother's story, the story that I know from my mother, in hopes that this will help someone to understand that you may feel like you're living a life filled with food that explode in your mouth and feel so good, and you're just living for the food, but you're killing your body. My mother was diagnosed with asthma like in her 30s. She was living in a dusty house in the dust scatter, so she developed asthma. So that started a trend with some respiratory issues. She always worked housekeeping, working around chemicals and stuff. She fell once before. I think she had like the bin. She was putting trash away and the bin fell on her. And that was the start of some issues with her back. she had, surgery. She had surgery after surgery on different joints in her body. She had multiple knee surgeries. She had, I think, surgery on her neck, surgery on her back, arthritis in like all of her joints. And my mother didn't really say a lot about how she was feeling, but she was in pain a lot. She stayed in pain a lot. But she never really complained because she was not that type of person. She never really complained a lot. But like if it rained, she would say things like, oh, it's raining, my joints hurt. And let me just go back a little bit. The surgery on her knee, they had to do one knee multiple times. And for whatever reason, she didn't heal right. And her knee healed and it was locked up like this. So she couldn't stand up. She couldn't bend her knee straight like this. Like her leg wouldn't go straight like that. It was like kind of bent, and then the other knee became bone on bone eventually. So she had a lot of issues with her joints. She had high blood pressure. She had diabetes. She had thyroid issues. So it was just a lot of health issues. My mother, she was stubborn. She wanted to eat what she wanted to eat, and no one could tell her anything. But in learning what I knew about what I've come to learn about my body, and what I've learned about food, certain things cause inflammation. Gluten is one of the main things. In learning about my body, and because I came from my mother, I'm gluten intolerant. There are a lot of things that I can't eat because my body just couldn't handle it. And like my mother, she had her gallbladder taken out as well. So I know that certain foods may have caused her, some digestive issues as well. But she didn't know any better. She ate what she wanted to eat. She had the diabetes, she had the high blood pressure, she had the thyroid issues. And it was like, okay, I'm just going to eat what I want to eat. We tried to educate her and bring food over. But in the end, she was stubborn. She was stubborn. And I will say that she made the best darn fries. Oh my goodness, we should love her French fries. But I digress. Just understanding my body and knowing, that there were certain things that I shouldn't eat because it didn't make me feel well. She didn't quite understand that. She knew that she was lactose intolerant, so she didn't do the whole milk, but she still did 2% milk. She still ate bread, it was considered wheat bread. So she ate the bread. She had oatmeal every morning. And we know if you have like a gluten sensitivity that, you really shouldn't do that, because the way that the gluten affected me was it affected my joints. I was in so much pain, and walking became an issue because I was in so much pain. And when I discovered it and took it out of my diet, then I was fine. But I was trying to explain it to my mother, like, you may need to cut back on the wheat because that does cause inflammation. And with you having arthritis, and you just, you're always in pain and all your joints are hurting, your hands are hurting, your knee is hurting, your back is hurting, your neck is hurting. It's just a lot of things that are hurting that maybe, you should take the wheat out of your diet. But she was set in her ways. She would have her coffee with her, the sweetener, not the real sugar, but that sweetened low or whatever it was called. And I'm telling her, Mom, that stuff isn't good for you. It's just not good for you. But once again, this is what she was used to doing. So the quality of her life was not, it wasn't great. She ate what she wanted. She enjoyed her food. She did what she did what she wanted to do. But her quality of life was not good. My mother was, I think, 77, and her birthday is November the 15th. So her birthday was coming up. So she would have been 78. I don't want to be 78 and have pain in every single joint of my body, taking all this medicine. And I forgot to mention that she had to go to the hospital multiple times for her asthma because it was so bad. She had to go to the hospital multiple times and get stents put in because then she started having problems with her heart. She kept getting clogged up. So they kept doing stents. I think she had 3 stents, 3 separate times having stents put in to unclog, the arteries and stuff. So my thing is, You can eat what you want. You can continue putting the poison in your body, but the quality of your life is not going to be one where you're just free flowing, living your life to the fullest, pain free and medication free. And you know what? I forgot to mention one more thing. My mother and I, oh my goodness, my mother and I, we had so many things in common. She had developed a frozen shoulder, and I had a frozen shoulder once, had a frozen shoulder twice, and it's still like not all the way unfrozen. So if you see the difference, this is it. Hers was like all the way down here like this or something like this for years. She couldn't do this. Mine is getting better because I exercise and I eat, I'm eating better, and I'm eating foods to nourish my bones and my joints. So it's like we had so many things in common. I understood my body. I understood the things that I could eat, the things that I cannot eat. I'm learning, I'm growing, my body is healing. My body is healing. I am under a tremendous amount of stress between my daughter, my dude. He went in the hospital. He was there overnight. I'm back and forth there. And then when he got discharged, my daughter, it was time for her to have her baby. Her blood pressure was up. They were worried about preeclampsia, so they had to induce her labor. So I'm in the hospital with her for like a night, overnight, and then most of the next day. And then she has the baby. That was very, very stressful. And if learning, in hearing part of my story was stress was not my friend. When I was stressed out, I would have like convulsions or non-epileptic seizures because my body couldn't tolerate the stress. So the amount of stress that I'm in right now, and then like after leaving the hospital the one day with my daughter, trying to get the baby to eat because the baby wasn't eating. He wasn't latching on because she's breastfeeding. She's stressed out. I'm stressed out. So I'm on my way home. Get the call from my sister about my mother not breathing. They stopped breathing. The paramedics are there. They're trying to revive her. She's telling me she's gone. I know she's gone. She's been down too long. So all of this, I'm rushing to the hospital, to my mother's house, and then to the hospital. We're there most of the night. So I'm up 24 hours. I was up 24 hours by the time she passed. They had full code on her, which means they were going to do everything to save her every time she coded. She coded twice. The second time they called it. But that first time they called her, to see that, to be in the room and to see someone on your mother, and they're pumping, they're doing the CPR, and they're just on her chest, and you just see them, she's just bouncing up and down. And my mother's like 4'11". She was a small woman, and she's just bouncing up and down, and you know that there's no life in her. You know that there's no more life in her, and you're seeing them pumping down, and they're giving her all this medicine. It's like 5 bags hanging from her, and her blood pressure's dropping, and her temperature's dropping. She's pretty much dying, but she's not there. That's just a shell. I know she wasn't there because she was already brain dead when she got to the hospital. There was no brain activity. I already know that. I just felt it. So I'm up under all of this stress, then up 24 hours. Then I have to go back to the hospital to tell my baby that her grandmother passed, because I didn't want her to see on Facebook, and I didn't want to tell her over the phone. She had to take care of her baby. So with all this, I'm up 24 hours. It's like after 5 o'clock now. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'm at the hospital. So I'm telling her about what's going on with her mother, her grandmother. Then I have to drive back home, and now it's time to go to bed. No issues. There are no issues. And I didn't think about it until the next day. I didn't have a tingle. I didn't have a twitch. I didn't have anything. So my body is healing. So people, you have to understand that the power of what you put in your body, it is, you can reverse the damage that you've done by not putting the poison in your body. I am so passionate about this. I am so passionate about this. I am not going to stop. I am going to continue to speak to people. I am going to continue to spread the word. I am going to continue to work on my cookbook. I'm going to continue to work on prep classes. I am going to push through, because people need to understand you can't wait until tomorrow, because you may not have until tomorrow. They said that my mother passed from heart disease. She had a heart attack, and she just didn't recover because, for one, she wasn't breathing right, so that could have been that she was blocked up again. You can hear the mucus in her body. She was so full of mucus. So people, I need you to get it together and understand you may not have tomorrow. I'm sure she didn't think that she was gonna go get ready for bed and then have to keep taking, she was taking her inhalers all that day, get ready for bed, and then collapse and not ever get up again. I'm sure she didn't. I'm sure she thought she had until tomorrow, because she was going to go to the lung specialist today. She was actually going to call the lung specialist to make an appointment today. So she thought she had until tomorrow. We don't have until tomorrow. If your body is acidic, if your body is full of mucus and disease, you don't have until tomorrow. So start today. Start taking little things out of your diet. Call me. I'll help you. Let's do meal prep classes. I mean, I am so passionate about this. I want to get some funding so that way I can start sponsoring people who may not be able to afford the stuff that we offer, because I want everyone to be healthy. I want everyone to live a life that's full of just energy, and just to be free of pain and disease and medicine and just all of that craziness. I want everyone to be free of that. So I want myself to be a living example of how you can heal your body from disease. It's not going to take overnight, but your body will start to heal itself. It's been, I think, 3 or 4 years. Mine's still messed up. Still can't remember. It's been 3 or 4 years since I've been alkaline biomineral vegan and cooking everything from scratch. But slowly but surely, I'm seeing the changes from the major things. Like I said, the convulsions, the non-epileptic seizures being gone. That's a huge thing. That's a huge thing. It's huge. So people, please listen to me. Take care of yourself. Call me. You may not have until tomorrow. You may not have until tomorrow. And if you're in pain, if you have some ailment that you want to just help yourself just get better and feel better and manage it more, reach out. I'm here. I promise you, I have no judgment. I help people along the way. I can be the accountability partner. I mean, I'm there. I'm here to help. And that's what I want to do. And that's why I reach out on Facebook a lot when I see, some of the friends or, people say different things. And I reach out. I'm not trying to be pushy. I'm just trying to help, because I know where all of this leads, where the road of pain and your body being in turmoil. I know the path that it leads to, and it doesn't have to be that way. It's just as simple as eating at home more. It's just as simple as making your foods from scratch. It's just as simple as being conscious of what are you putting in your body. It's as simple as doing your research, understanding the ingredients. It's just that simple. It's just as simple as not substituting one poison for another poison. It's that simple. If your body is at disease, put it at ease. Stop doing what you're doing. Listen to your body, because eventually your body's going to stop. It's going to stop working. And then your family will be around crying and mourning your loss. Mourning their loss because you're gone. I love you guys, and I want the whole world to be healthy and happy. Please reach out. I love you guys. Electric Gigi out. Mwah. Mwah. I'm going to be okay. It's just a process, a grieving process, and I'm in a good headspace. I really am, because I'm going to work hard to make Mommy proud. Love you, Mommy. Yes, I know she's here. She's here with me. She's right here. She's right here. Right here, guys. Right here. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Mommy. No, I'm just kidding. I say that, people. Okay, I play too much. All right. Okay, guys. I love you guys. Remember, one plate at a time. Eat to live. Live to eat. And remember, all that I am. I haven't done that one in a while. All that I am starts right here. Stinking thinking must go. You can do this. It's just a matter of being strong. You got this. You got this. With the help of myself. You got this. We can do it. We'll do it together. So let's get all these diseases all out the way. Asthma, high blood pressure, diabetes. The list can go on. Arthritis, even cancer. We can, just heal your body. Heal your body. There is no disease that cannot be healed. None at all. And if you don't believe it, do your research. Do your research. Stop putting the poison in your body and start putting life in your body. Everything you need comes from the earth. You see how I perked up when I started talking about it? You just don't know. Everything you need comes from the earth. Literally everything you need comes from the earth. Everything. Everything you need was put on the earth just for us. Healing. Healing. So you better wake up. You better wake up. Bye.